child. Hi, Yahoo. Sorry for the wait. Sorry for the wait. I was getting the feet out, and I have a question for you. Yeah. Panuta? Are you ready to see the sexiest feet that you've ever seen in your entire life? How do you feel? You feel ready? You're so excited for this! Why are you so excited? That's so creepy! That's so creepy! Ew! Ew! Alright, then the stream is going to start. Are you ready for the feet? And wait, I forgot to add the VGM to the feet screen. Hold on. Wait. Okay, feet time! Hi! Hi, this is my dad. Do you like this? This is the first feet stream that I've ever done. Yeah. Are you excited? Do you like the feet? Yeah, this is my dad's hospital bed. Yeah. There are microphones at the bottom left, which are your microphones, so that you can hear him speak. Remember, Panita, so this is a stream where you have sent in your questions to my dad, and I have given those questions to my dad, because he doesn't understand English, so I have to translate it for him. And he doesn't speak English, so I'm gonna have to translate his answers to you. Guys, just kidding. I taught my dad English specifically for this stream. And so that's why. Yeah, look, I'm gonna let my dad speak. Hold on.
Hello. I am Irina's dad. Hello.
Yeah, he spoke. Did you understand? Because I taught him English just for this stream. That is not me with a voice changer translating my dad's answers. No, I will not be doing that this stream. This is my dad, and it's not me with a voice changer, okay? And I taught him how to speak English. Yeah. I I'm totally not translating his answers. Yeah. So, so, before anything, I sorry, this is funny. I want to say, thank you so much. There were a lot of questions. Like a lot, but some of them were a bit too embarrassing to show. Like, oh, what do you like the most about your daughter? Those were a bit too embarrassing, so, I was too embarrassed to give those questions to him. I'm sorry to everyone that asked that type of questions. I'm sorry. It was just embarrassing and I couldn't bring myself to present those questions to him. I'm sorry. Yeah. There were some other questions that were repeated a lot, and so I only got one of the marshmallows with those repeated questions. Yeah. Maybe next time. That sounds hot. What the heck? Don't flirt with my dad. No. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's answer some questions that you've asked my dad. I'm just drinking water. I'm gonna need it for this stream. Okay, Dad. Dad, can you hear me? Can you hear me from your hospital bed?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. Oh, yes. Yes, I can hear you. This is Irina's dad. So true. I love beer. And I love smoking. Yeah.
Okay, Dad. Okay, well, the first question that Panita wants to ask you is... How did you meet Mom? Oh my. Oh my, this is a silly question. I think the answer is also gonna be really funny. Yeah. I think the answer is gonna be really funny. Yeah. Okay, I know I joke around a lot about my dad losing his zookeeping job when he met my bear mom. I know I joke around like that a lot, but this is the real story. This is what really happened, okay? So listen closely. I mean, take it away, Dad.
So... Sorry about that. So... I was a customer at her bakery, the Beary Sweet Bakery. The bakery comes from Irina's mom's side. So I was a customer at her bakery one day. And I was always telling jokes and joking around, and she always laughed at my jokes. Trying to seduce me with her laugh and saying I'm funny. And one day, she became a liar. She lied to me. She lied to me about missing her bus so that I would drive her home. And that was our first date. I had to drive her home because she lied to me about missing her bus home. Yeah, she's a liar. She's a liar.
That is... I don't think she did it just to... I don't think she did it just so you would drive her home. I mean, I don't know. I think she kind of did it for you. I think she kind of did it for you and not because she was too lazy to go to the bus. But I see. Brat, what do you mean, Bratty Mom? It's romantic. What do you mean? It's romantic. What are you talking about? was lying. She technically did miss the voice, even if it was on purpose. Quite a sweet way to start a first date. That is true, that is true. It was this. So that's how things happen between my parents. Now, I don't think my dad wants me talking about this. But my dad was with someone else. With another woman before he met mom. Don't worry, they broke it off cleanly. There was no cheating or anything. So let's just not talk about that. Yeah. Okay, let's go for the next question. Let's see. Oh my nose. Okay. Alright, next question. What is your dream car or truck?
Oh. I think my dream car would be a very expensive BMW.
I think that's everyone's dream car. I think everyone wants like a super expensive car. Yeah. I think everyone wants a super expensive car. I think that's everyone's dream car, to be honest. Honey, so what's your dream car? I don't know much about cars. What's your dream car, huh? Is it a Lambo? I don't know more cars. Is it a Tesla? I don't know. I see. Right, next question. Okay. For this next question, I might have to pull up a picture. Okay, hold on. Because this is Portuguese food. This is Portuguese seafood. Portuguese seafood rice. Let me pull up a picture of that. Yeah. Let me pull up a picture. Okay. Right. Dad, what is your favorite meal?
Oh.
My favorite meal is this Portuguese. Oh no, wrong button.
Ignore that.
Ignore that, please.
Anyways. Sorry. I'm real. I'm the real daddy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So my favorite meal is this Portuguese seafood dish called seafood rice. It's this. Has a lot of clams, it has some shrimp. Yeah. A man bowl. This is real man's food. Yeah. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Ignore whatever happened earlier, okay? Ignore whatever. like it does. Well, don't worry. He's very nice. Okay. Now let's see. Next one. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What is the one time Irina got in trouble that you thought was funny, either at the time or in hindsight? Why do you have to ask these things?
I actually have a couple stories for that. A couple stories. So first, as a baby, let's start with that. As a baby, she was climbing onto a glass table from a chair. She was climbing onto it as a baby. And the glass part was actually separated from the table part. And so when she climbed onto it, the glass flipped. Like the glass lifted and she broke the glass table. We were worried at the time, but she was okay, so now it's just a funny story.
Was I a fat baby? Was I a fat baby?
Anyways. And a couple of years after, we got her a Toshiba laptop that she used a lot to play games. And she broke that. She broke that too. She accidentally broke it by closing it when one of her toys was still on it, and so she broke it. We got her a new one eventually. But at the time we had to sell it, and for years we just told her that it also got broken and that we sent it for a fix, but we just sold it.
What the heck? What the heck? What is wrong with you? My computer! What's wrong with you? Also, I don't really remember. I don't really remember me closing the laptop with the toy on it, but oh well. I guess this was the first time that they admitted to selling it, but I think I've known for a long time. Yeah, this is the first time they admitted to it though, like just like that. Yeah. What's wrong with you? I think he has one more story. Let's listen.
Oh, yeah. So, there was also this one time during Christmas. We got this tiny little artificial Christmas tree, very tiny one. We hung the decorations and we bought some Christmas themed wrapping for chocolate. And so we hung Christmas themed chocolate around the tree. And she would sneak up to the tree. This was when she was very, very young, like toddler probably. She would sneak up to the tree. She would grab one of the chocolates and she would throw it on the floor and then pretend that she just saw it. She thought she was being sneaky. And so when I passed by the tree, she would come up to me very excited. And be like, "Oh no, the chocolate fell! Oh no, what are we gonna do? The chocolate fell! Oh no!" And then she would ask me, "Oh, do you want it, Daddy? Do you want it?" And then I would say, "No, no, I don't want it. No, I don't want that chocolate." And then she would be all smiles and be like, "Oh, then I'll have it. Then I'll have it. I'll have the chocolate."
What do you mean I haven't changed a great deal? What the heck? What the heck? What are you talking about, Panita?
Oh. Yeah, and then she just eat the chocolate, and I'm pretty sure she tried that a couple more times. And as she got older, I guess she just, instead of doing that, she just started taking chocolates from the tree.
Yeah, don't say that! Don't say that! No, I would never do that. I would never do that. No. No. But, we still do... we still do, hang chocolates on the tree. We do that. And it has Christmas themed paper wrapping. Like, wrapping and... Yeah. Now, do I eat them, in secret? No, I would never. I would never.
Sorry. Must be my sickness. Yeah.
Yeah, must be. So I think that's all the stories. That's all the stories for this question. What do they taste like? I don't usually eat the wrapping, but I think they taste like chocolate. Yeah. This normal chocolate. Some are like creamy inside, and some are hollow and just chocolate in the shape like of a Christmas ornament. Yeah. Christmas tree ornament, I mean. Alright, next question. I don't know who the bold person... Oh yeah, just saying, I did send her some marshmallows. I did send her some because they had embarrassing questions. Anyways, so here's one of them, and this is also an embarrassing question, but I'll let it slide this time. Questions for Dad. How many grandchildren do you want? Also, Panita wants to say, I hope you have a quick recovery and thank you for raising Ina. I'm not reading that to my dad. I'm not reading that.
Oh, thank you. Grandchildren. How about 2? No, I have 3 daughters, so that means one would have no kids. How about 3? 1 for each daughter, because I have 3 daughters. So each daughter would have a kid, so 3 grandchildren. 3 grandchildren, yeah.
I think I might have... I think I might want a couple more than that, but that's a good start, I guess. That's a good start. Yeah. Okay, Panita, I am not going to argue with my dad and tell him that I want 5 billion babies. Okay. We need a whole football team. Make sure my dad doesn't hear you say that. Multiply by 3. No. He said 3 grandchildren, but like 1 from each daughter. Yeah, cause we're 3 sisters. Yeah. So he's saying that I would only have one kid. I would only have one kid, which I want to have way more, but I'm not gonna argue with my dad on that, okay? Yeah. I'm not just gonna say, Dad, you're wrong. Not one kid. I want to be impregnated at least 2 more times than that. You know, I can't just say that. What am I saying? What am I saying? What the heck am I saying? What the heck am I saying? What is wrong with me? Jesus. No! I'm talking about wanting to have babies, not specifically that. Not specifically that. Yeah. Just wanting to have kids. Yeah. Okay, next question. Oh my god, this one. Question to Dad. What would your ideal son-in-law be like? Oh my, I was very scared. I was actually very scared of translating this to my dad. And it took him a while to answer. But he ended up giving very solid answer, very nice answer. So listen.
So, son-in-law, huh? Well, I think I like a son-in-law that's a quiet guy, just kind of quiet, kind of calm, very gentle, treats my daughters well, a very handsome guy for my daughter. Yeah, very handsome.
Hold on. I'm sorry? I think... Oh, what? Wait, why does it need to be handsome? Why does it need to be handsome? Huh? I think my dad's not gay. If he heard me say this, I would be beaten. If he heard me make this joke, I would be beaten. Do not let him know that I'm saying this. Why handsome? What the heck? Anyways, keep going.
So yeah, very handsome man for my daughter. And also, he has, if he's gonna date Irina, he needs to be ready to spend money on lots of toilet paper because he spends...
No! Dad! What the heck? Why did you say that? No! No! What is wrong with you? Why did you say that? Wait. I prefer 4-ply, by the way. That's too expensive. Well, my dad did say you need money for that, to buy a lot of that. What the heck? Alright, let's put aside the very embarrassing thing that my dad just said. And let's go on to the next question. Oh, this is an interesting one. To Irina's dad, what other countries have you been to?
I have been to Portugal, which is where I was born, to Spain for work, and to France for work. Sometimes work demands that I go to different places. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I guess it was much more busy. So much that my dad would have to go to places far away, and he would be out all week and would only come home on the weekends. Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays it's a bit more rare, but it still does happen. It still does happen. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, why are you asking embarrassing questions? Lauren. Okay. Next question. Oh my god. Oh, Panita, why did you ask this? To Irina's dad, what do you think of Brazilians? You know, my dad, his reply to this, he said some really bad things that I cannot say on stream. But I kept some, okay? I kept some of his answers, and he's gonna say it how he said it, okay? Okay. I'm not Brazilian! Anyways, yeah, Dad, what do you think of Brazilians?
Brazilians. Well, some are good, some are not good. In fact, they can all go away except the women. I only want the Brazilian women here. Haha, just kidding. The Brazilian women are worse than the guys.
Dad, you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that, Dad. You can't say that. You can't say that. Yeah, there were some other things that were a bit worse that I prefer not saying. Yeah. Yeah. This is what I kept from his answer, okay? This is what I kept. By the way, the one thing them all out of here thing is a joke. It's a joke, okay? It's a joke. He made it as a joke to set up to the Brazilian women joke. Yeah. Yeah. We don't really call it Brazilian wax here. We don't really call it that here. At least I've never heard the term, but I don't know. I never do wax stuff, so I don't know. Okay, next question. Wait. Oh, I might have to pull up another image. Okay, let me see. Okay. Let me see. Let me pull up an image. I'm trying to find an image for this. Okay. Okay, I found some pictures so he can respond to the next question. Which is... To Ina's dad, what is the best type of Portuguese dish that you recommend?
Portuguese dish. I actually have two. So the first one, oh no. So it's really, this one's a mix. Oh my god, that's big. Oh, they're just like me. Did you know that I have boxes with a monkey picture on it and letters saying big banana? Yeah, that's me. Anyways, this is really a mix. This is a Portuguese dish. This is Irina's dad. This is not Irina with a voice saying, this is Irina's dad. Yeah, so this is a really good Portuguese dish. If you want to try it out, it's in literally every restaurant, and literally every Portuguese house. So it's kind of a mix of some meats that I don't know how to say in English. Yeah, and vegetables like carrot, boiled potato, in meat. I don't know how to say it in English. yeah. And there's also the Portuguese, not to be mistaken for the Brazilian one. But there's also bean soup. I don't know how to translate it to English, but it's bean soup. It's not to be mistaken with the Brazilian one, okay? But yeah, those are some Portuguese dishes. You should try them out. Yeah.
Okay, Dana, thank you. Okay, got it. Okay. But like, how do you say that in English though? I don't know how to explain what it is in English though. Okay. Alright. Next question. Oh, okay. So this is fun that okay, there's 3 questions, 3 marshmallows that I wanted to combine. Hey, do you guys really call it that? What the heck? Yeah, it's that. Do you guys really call it that? I didn't know. Okay, let me drink water. So there's 3 marshmallows that I wanted to combine because they were kind of similar, and my dad also gave similar answers. So I got them in one. Oh boy. Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, so it's these 3 questions. Wait, so let me read this one first. Question to Dad. Was Ina a fussy baby? And if so, was there a trick to make her stop crying that always worked? What was Ina like as a child? Any embarrassing stories? Also, what bands do you listen to? We'll get to the bands in a bit, but let's talk about Ina child first. To Ina's dad, was raising Ina harder than raising her siblings? Oh my. She is a fussy baby. I'm gonna kill this guy. Okay. Alright, Dana, do you wanna speak? Let's start with the one on top. Yeah.
Anyways, so, first question was raising Irina harder than raising her siblings. Actually, Irina, as the firstborn, it's surprising, but she was the easiest baby out of the 3 of them. She was the easiest baby. We thought we were prepared for the other babies since we already had Irina, but Irina was the easiest baby to deal with. But she still got in trouble. She still got in trouble. I can tell some stories like when she was being a fussy baby and a crybaby. But when she was a toddler, she used to be very, very spoiled. She was a crybaby, really. So, we kind of just random child tantrum, just the usual. We would go around. Sometimes she wanted things that we couldn't afford, so she would throw a tantrum, cry, saying that she wanted it, and we eventually just had to take her home. There was this one time where she saw this little scooter for children, like those little tiny little scooters, for kids, at a Chinese convenience store next to our house. And she really wanted it, and we said that we just go home to get the money, and we'd go back. So we went home, and once she understood that we weren't gonna give it to her, she started crying, so I went to the toilet to poop. She followed me into the bathroom, and as poop was coming out of my butt, she just kept yelling and crying, "I want to go to the Chinese! I want to go to the Chinese!" Which is how we call our Chinese convenience store. And so I was pooping, and she was just sobbing and saying, "I want to go to the Chinese!" And I tell this story and embarrass her to this day. Yeah. What else? So yeah, that's an embarrassing story that she has, and that's her being fussy. Now, as a baby, when she started crying, there was a trick, but it was kind of annoying to deal with. Let her go to the Chinese. How about you let me poop in peace, huh? So, the story, embarrassing stories was that, now, the baby and the trick make her stop crying. So, sometimes she would wake up at night, like 3 a.m., she would cry a lot. And so what I do is, I would pick her up, kind of just rock her. I would take her around the house so that she could maybe relax, look at things. And she would look at the lights, she'd look at the ceiling, she just looked around, and she just wouldn't go back to sleep. Or sometimes she would just keep crying. And she would only stop crying if me and her mother, if we got dressed and we went down, we went out the house to our car, and if we drove around the city a bit. And so this happened quite a few times. She would cry at like 3 a.m. and we had to pick her up, go out, and go on a drive at 3 a.m. And the annoying part is that she would cry so much to go on a drive, and we weren't even driving for 1 kilometer. She was just instantly fall asleep after that. So it made us feel like we were doing this for nothing, because she would just instantly fall asleep in the car. Not even 1 kilometer in. Yeah.
I guess I was always kind of a passenger princess. I suppose. Very fussy. Wait. What do you mean? Very fall asleep. I mean, actually, I do have a story of my own. So, this is also me crying. So, thank you for the head pats, me and my dad. So there were these TV shows, you know, these 45 minutes to 1 hour TV shows, like series playing on the TV. I'm pretty sure you guys had those too. And there was this one that my mom liked to watch, and so I watched it with her at night. But I would always fall asleep like in the middle of the episode because it was my bedtime, and I had a TV. I had a TV to watch because I'm scared of the dark, and yeah, the TV kept me, you know, safe kind of. And so I would always fall asleep in the middle of the episode. Cause I guess this was when I was in preschool. Cause I had preschool the next day, so I always had kind of an early bedtime. And there was this one time where I wasn't sleepy, and so I watched the show with my mom. I watched this show with my mom to the end, and then the end credits of the episode start rolling, and I start panicking like, wait, it ended. Does that mean it's super late? Does that mean it's like midnight or something? Is it super late? And I started panicking, and my little preschooler brain started panicking like, oh my god, I stayed up past my bedtime. I stayed up late. I'm gonna be late for preschool tomorrow. And then I started sobbing. I just started sobbing, and my mom was like, oh wait, what's up? Why are you crying? And I'm like, I'm gonna be late for preschool. Yeah, that's how it sounded. Yeah, and my mom was like, no you're not, calm down, no you're not. And I just kept sobbing. And eventually I was sobbing so hard that I started choking and gagging, and I felt like I had to throw up. And so my mom took me to the bathroom, and I think she was laughing because she's like, you're not gonna be late for preschool, you're not. And I just started, and I don't know, I just kept crying and wanting to throw up. I don't think I threw up. But, yeah, that's something that happened. I was not late for preschool. I was not late for preschool. Yeah. I hear the kids cry, baby. I'm gonna kill this guy. Anyways, I thank you all for the questions. And now we have 2 more questions that I also wanted to combine. Oh wait, I actually forgot one question. Sorry. The band question. Dad, you forgot the band question.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the bench. I don't think she knows how to explain it, but because she doesn't know anything about this stuff. But I sent her some links, and the links I sent her were for some of my favorite songs. So I like a lot of Iron Maiden, AC/DC. I don't know how English people pronounce this, but I'm gonna pronounce this. Metallica. Well, I also listen to. Wait, how do you pronounce this in English? Bon Jovi. Is that how you pronounce it? Google is saying it is. Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi. Yeah. Yeah. So, here are my favorite songs, or some of my favorite songs from some of them. For Iron Maiden, I linked "Fear of the Dark." For AC/DC, I linked "Thunderstruck." For Metallica, I linked Enter Sandman. And for Bon Jovi, I linked Living on a Prayer. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he sent me. Ah! That's what he sent me. Did you even recognize any of those? Those aren't good. Thank you. I hope very cute boomer taste. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm happy. I wanted to praise my dad more. I'm happy. I wanted to praise my dad. Not even I know how to pronounce Bon Jovi in English. Like, I went to Google and British Google gave me an answer. Yeah. Right. Okay, and questions. So we also combined these. Because it was the same answer. It was the same answer, okay. So, what is the stupidest thing you ever did? And what is your fondest childhood memory? Now, yes, it's the same answer for both of these. It is the same for both of these. This is gonna be a good one. Oh boy, you have no idea.
Well, let's start by saying I loved to ride bikes when I was younger. I had my bike, and I loved my bike, and I would ride around on it very fast sometimes. When I was younger. And there's this particular story. There was this time where I was gonna go meet up with some friends after, but I just wanted to go for a ride on my bike. And so I was driving very fast, and I opened my mouth. I was driving with my mouth open, and suddenly a bee got in. A bee got in my mouth while I was driving my bike. And so I choked and I tried to spit it out. I tried to spit out the bee, and the bee got stuck on my lip. And the bee ended up, hurting me. The bee stung me on my lip. And this is what I actually said, by the way. These are my actual words. Hold on.
Yeah, now, this is what my dad actually said after he said that he was stung by the bee. This is what my dad actually said.
So I got stung on my lips, and they swelled up so much that they looked like a black guy's lips. Yeah, they were that swollen. These were my actual words, by the way. And yeah, I had swollen lips because I was stung by the bee. And I was supposed to go out with my friends that day, but I was so embarrassed of how my lips looked that I just stayed home that day. Yeah, and that's a story. That's a funny childhood memory, yeah.
Yeah. Now, let me remind you, my dad said those things. I'm just saying what he said. I'm just saying. I would never say something like that. That was all my dad. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you like that story. My dad nowadays doesn't ride bikes anymore. Maybe I didn't even ask if he has a trauma or something. I don't know. But yeah, those were all the questions. That I asked my dad. Again, there were some kind of embarrassing questions or repeated questions that I didn't get to ask. As for the embarrassing ones, I was too embarrassed to translate them to him, so I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed his answers. I hope you like his answers. I was really looking forward to you asking him about his music taste, because he's very passionate about that. And I really wanted you to have something in common with him. Yeah. I really wanted you to have something in common with my dad, and I wanted you to praise his taste. Yeah. I wanted you to praise my dad. Okay. Hey, don't call my dad old. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I have to say, I'm gonna have to cancel tomorrow's Just Dance stream because I'm gonna be a bit busy. So, wait, my dad can hear this. I'll see you at the wedding stream, okay? Oh, but before that, I'll see you at the anime night, I guess. But yeah, those are all the questions that we had for today. I hope you enjoyed my dad's answers. My dad had fun with the questions too. And thank you to everyone that, wish him a good recovery. Thank you. Thank you. Oi. Dami. Alright, everyone, say goodbye to my dad and say that my dad has nice feet. Say that my dad has nice feet. Say it. Bye-bye, Hita. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fanita, for sending questions to my dad. And for keeping us company tonight. Thank you so much. We had lots of fun, and we hope you also had fun. And we also hope you have a very nice day or a very nice night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. My dad will give the kiss today. It's totally not me with the voice changer.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Mwah. Mwah.